All right, welcome back. It's now 5 minutes past 7 a.m. We're waiting for Deputy Governor of Kakamega County, that is Ayub Savula. We talk about the Mulembe factor, where it's all about 2027 general elections. We want to have that one-on-one. He's running slightly late, but let me start with the front page of the local dailies before we get to the discussion. On the front page of the Daily Nation, Ruto, I allowed US to bring Ebola patients. That is on the front page of the Daily Nation. President William Ruto says that he allowed US to bring Ebola patients. That is on the front page. He is now owning up to the president says that he acknowledges he accepted the request by President Donald Trump for Kenya to host a quarantine and treatment facility for Americans exposed to Ebola at Laikipia Air Base in Nanyuki, even as public opposition to grow plan to grow. And that is this also comes at the backdrop of a court order where High Court extends orders blocking the setting up of the Ebola isolation unit and admission into Kenya of persons exposed to or infected with the Ebola virus. State is also directed to make public the secret agreement with the US. So is it a case of a little bit too little too late, where US officials now says that Saturday's court decree came as flight carrying American specialists and kits were airborne and confirms foundation works on Ebola unit. That is on the front page of that. And of course there were some chaos and demonstrations in Laikipia over the weekend where 2 people are now confirmed dead. Okay, so that is on the front page of the Daily Nation. Another story of some good significance here is that Utumishi fire tragedy, where the court to decide on the fate of 9 students today. They appeared before a Naivasha court. Police seek 30 more days to analyze CCTV footage, forensic reports and witness statements after dormitory fire. 9 from 3 students remain in custody pending ruling, which is going to happen today. The court will decide whether they will be detained for 30 more days or they'll be released on cash bail or bond. The girls appeared before the Chief Magistrate Court in Naivasha on Tuesday after spending 3 nights in police custody following their arrest on Friday last week. The prosecution is seeking orders to detain them for further 30 days to allow investigation, or rather investigators to conclude inquiries into the fire that killed 16 students. So that is a developing story that will be taken care of today. Lawmakers now call for review on boarding school model. This has been a debate for quite some time, even from the education sector, and they say that teachers or even this education system in Kenya should be overhauled to allow for the boarding school. Remember, this is a system that has been here for time immemorial. Members of Parliament have now called for a review of boarding schools and the government's 100% transition policy following the fire tragedy at Utumishi Girls Academy in Gilgil that claimed the lives of 16 learners. This is one of them. Kisii woman representative, that is Doris Donya, said that the country should reconsider the boarding schools model, arguing that many of the tragedies affecting learners occur within or around such institutions. It's a debate that has been there for quite some time, whether to abolish boarding schools in its entirety or do a review or scale up the boarding school system in the country. Why indirect contribution? This is a very interesting here. Why indirect contribution now count as matrimonial property? Okay. Listen to this. The court has now ruled that a woman only identified as NNS who used her salary to meet household expenses was entitled to part of matrimonial assets. Okay? This is because the court further noted that the documents presented by the woman as evidence demonstrating how the couple managed their household budget confirmed that she made an indirect contribution by using her salary to meet family expenses. And in effect, the court ruled that she made an indirect contribution, monetary contribution, to the acquisition of the property by making her salary available to meet other family expenses. The court further agreed that with her assertion that this enabled the man to grow his savings and repay the loans taken. This is also because during that time, their contribution led to acquisition of two properties. That's one in Trans Nzoia and another one in Tana River. And so the court ruled that she made an indirect contribution. So the court held that although the plaintiff's contribution was proved, it did not equal to that of the defendant, that is, that of the husband. And accordingly, the court declared that the property's matrimonial property and affirmed a 30-70 ratio distribution. All right, so the woman was to get 1.1 million shillings as compensation, being part of a 30% share contribution towards the construction of their matrimonial house. This is going to raise a lot of concern when it comes to when the dissolution of marriage and divorces. Many say that women normally walk away empty-handed after that union. And now this is just going to create a new precedence all over that is going to change the landscape of the marriage. So if you contribute in the growth of your marriage, then the court has now ruled that you contributed indirectly to the growth of that marriage. Ruto now owns up to allowing U.S. Ebola patients into Kenya. The president was actually speaking in Wajir with journalists. On the back of public protest in Nanyuki and Nairobi against the plan, the president insists that Kenya has the capacity to handle the deadly disease that has no vaccine yet. On the back of public, that is the president, and after initially avoiding the controversial matter, during his Madaraka Day address in Wajir County on Sunday, the president later that night, and in a statement posted on his social media handle yesterday morning, defended the quarantine arrangement that Dr. William Ruto said that he personally approved a request by Washington to establish the facility at the military establishment in Nanyuki. So the president said that when President Donald Trump asked the government of Kenya to support them by having a center in Laikipia Air Base, he gave an okay for that to happen. On the front page of the Star, why Somali vote shaping as a game changer in Ruto 2027 two-term bid. Why Somali vote shaping as a game changer in Ruto 2027 two-term bid. President has employed multi-pronged tactic to woo the region. And now that is one of the tactics. The story continues on page 4 and page 5 of the Star newspaper. That is on here. The court will also rule on Utumishi 9 probe team's time appeal. They will be appearing before the Naivasha court today to decide whether they'll be detained for 30 more days or otherwise. And of course, there was heavy presence of police yesterday at the facility there when the case was mentioned. 9 in court over Dome Blaze. Prosecution seeking to detain the students for 30 days pending investigation. And that is on the front page of the Star newspaper. Why Northeastern is a game changer in Ruto's bid for 2027. That is a good read there, fleshed out there for you on page 4 and page 5, an entire page. And there are reasons, Ruto's key projects on Northeastern, quite highlighted there. According to the Star, illustrated close to 12 of them. There are 100 billion, 750 kilometer Isiolo-Wajir, Mandera Highway, the national ID reforms. One of them is Wajir University, new public university pledged for Wajir, etc., etc. And they say that the northern part of it is going to be a game changer. I'll ask Deputy Governor Ayub Savula to tell us his thought on that. And finally, on the front page of the Standard, take them home. That is on the front page of the Standard. Take them home with regards to the Ebola case. Some of America's leading public health experts have now joined growing criticism on the Ebola quarantine center in Kenya as the opposition courts and activists step up their resistance. Former CDC officials, infectious disease physicians and epidemiologists have now warned U.S. leaders that sending Ebola-exposed Americans to Laikipia would be a dangerous break from long-standing medical practice, raising profound clinical, ethical, and operational and legal concerns. That is on the front page of the Standard. All right, so getting into it, very fast, Mheshimiwa Ayub Savula, good morning.
Good morning.
It's 9 months since we had this discussion. Same seat, same seat. Karibu sana.
Asante.
You're a busy man.
Not very busy.
You are.
Only weekends, weekdays I do business.
Right. How have you been?
I've been okay? Yeah.
How is Kakamega so far?
Kakamega is quiet.
Yes.
We had a good holiday. Now we are back to work.
Karibu sana. Let me start by asking you, on the front page of the Star, what do you make of this? Why is Somali vote shaping as a game changer in Ruto's 2077 bid? Your take on this?
Ruto is consolidating regions to gain maximum votes. And I can assure you,
yes,
in the absence of Raila Amolo Odinga on the ballot, the votes in the northern part of the country which used to go to Raila Amolo Odinga, they will automatically be captured by Ruto.
Automatically. Why so? We have got so many contestants coming up for the 2027 general election.
Those are busybodies and noisemakers. There's no one who can beat Ruto in the next general election. Completely.
You have a strong conviction.
Yeah, a very strong conviction. Because I'm an experienced politician. I've been elected 3 times without failing. I understand politics of the Republic of Kenya very clear. The ones who are shouting one time are wasting time.
Which is okay anyway.
Yes, there is a democratic right, but they are wasting their time. If you look at the calculations,
right,
Ruto will come up with the Rift Valley as a block. Ruto has penetrated Northeastern, has made up a campaign team led by Honorable Duale. Ruto has penetrated Nyanza. There's a team led by Oburu Gladys Wanga. And those are strongholds of Baba.
Yes.
Ruto has penetrated Western Province. The team led by Lusaka and me. And a team led by Wetangula and Mudavadi. And there's another team led by Oparanya. Ruto has already penetrated Coast. There's a team led by Joho, and a team led by Hassan Omar and Mvuria. So he's consolidating the regular basis. So when we are supporting Raila, we used to say 10 million strong.
Right.
Where are we going to take the 10 million strong? Minus Baba on the ballot. So from Northeastern, Western, Rift Valley, Coast, Nyanza, we are all consolidating our votes behind William Ruto. And there's no question about it. If you look at Kalonzo, he only gets the tribal votes, the Kamba, the 3 counties. Kitui, Machakos, and Makueni. And that is period.
Yeah.
No else. Then you look at Rigiji. He has no footprint in Western. He has no footprint in Northeastern. He has no footprint in Nyanza. He has no footprint at the coast. He's only talking about Murima. Murima is a tribal chauvinist who should never be voted in a national office like the presidency office. Then who else? Matiang'i. He controls a few Kisi votes, which are not even more than 500,000. So where will he attract the rest of the country? Then tell me, Martha Karua, in her own polling station, really did not even secure 10 votes. So she's not a serious presidential contender.
Yeah.
So Ruto will win by landslide.
Ruto will win by landslide? By
landslide.
You've given a clear background of all these contestants and what you make of them. Is it the reason why you pledged 2.6 million votes from Western region? It has been elusive for a very long time.
No, we have been voting for Raila.
Right.
We have been giving him total numbers in that region. And I gave the figure of 2.6 million because that is per the 2022 general election. But now we are focused on registering another 1.4. So we'll have a total of 4 million votes which we're going to give William Ruto.
I don't know how possible that is going to be.
It's possible because of what he has done in Western region.
You can prove that?
Yeah, I can prove that. With figures. Look at level 6 hospital.
Right.
It's being completed at a cost of 1.2 billion. That is the first level 6 hospital in Western Kenya. Buhungu Stadium is being completed. Look at the roads. C44 from Lurambi to Bungoma. It's being done. Look at Tarbo, Sikhendu Road. It's being done.
Yes.
Tamak. The airstrip is being done. How affordable houses, they're being done. We have so many development programs in that region that you've never seen since independence. So we reciprocate by giving our votes to William.
What is the general feeling on the ground? I mean, you've highlighted the development project, which is very okay, Mheshimiwa, but what is the general feeling?
The general feeling is that proximity to power is power. After Ruto, because from Ruto's house to my house is 7 minutes, just across Tarbo. He borders Lugari constituency, he borders Likuyani, he borders Malava constituency. He's married in Likuyani, in Luyaland. So why can't we give our in-law our votes? So we are going to vote for Ruto, and Ruto should reciprocate in 2032 by supporting Aluya for presidency.
Wait. So what I'm trying to get is, your main focus is 2032.
2032. We are not even interested in deputy presidency.
Then why don't you mobilize yourselves and field somebody in 2027, therefore? You have got strong men and women from the Luyaland.
Who should we field? Tell us.
You had a caucus last week. Members of Parliament had a caucus last week, met in Naivasha.
Yes. I was there. They brought the suggestion of having a deputy president, but that should not be our focus. We have had Musalia, we have had Michael Kijana Amalo, we have had Mudi Awori, we have not seen any change. Let us focus on attracting development in the region, then we focus on getting the president in 2032. We convinced Ruto we are giving you our votes as a block, because we are the second largest community in this country. It's not just Western Kenya population, but we are already in Nairobi, we are in Nakuru, we are in Mombasa, we are the majority.
So what is the game plan then? Because if the president is not going to be there in 2032, then you should be focusing more on 2027 to fill the presidential running mate.
No. Running mate does not necessarily mean that he'll be the president. Ruto is the only first running mate who has made it to president.
Yes.
We have had Musalia. Did he become a president? No. We had Michael Kijana Amalo, unfortunately died. We have had Mudi Awori.
But that was a game changer during the late Omolo Kijana. That was a game changer.
It was a game changer. That was the opportunity where Luyas were going to secure the presidency. But now we lost that opportunity. We are now focusing on 2032 opportunity. For now, we are going to give Ruto a second term because of the development that's done in that region. Then now we groom one of our own for 2032.
In exchange of what? 2027 in exchange of what?
For presidency in 2032. Yeah, because the Rift Valley bloc is huge. Uhuru depended on Rift Valley bloc to make it to presidency. He combined Rift Valley and Central to become a president. So if you combine the Western Kenya and the Rift Valley, and we negotiate with other tribes, it will be easy for us to take the presidency. Yes.
And why was Mheshimiwa's Wetangula's name being floated as a deputy president come 2027?
Those are local politics which I don't want to discuss.
Kenyans would want to know. It's a matter of national interest, Mheshimiwa.
I'm focused because our team is focused on delivering William Ruto for presidency. And our mandate is to campaign for Ruto. We deliver him for 2027 and 2032. We negotiate with him to give us a Rift Valley block. Even the ODM have dropped their demand for the DP slot. Gladys Wanga is going back to defend her seat in Homa Bay. Oburu is going to defend his seat, Senate seat in...
Wait, Mheshimiwa. Yes. So will you expect Mheshimiwa William Ruto come 2027 to campaign for you and to deliver Rift Valley to Western?
You know, politics of this country is about blocks.
Yes.
Ruto will still be controlling the Rift Valley block after even he retires as a president in 2032. Yeah. Because he's still politically strong.
But you have a problem with Uhuru Kenyatta?
We have a problem with Uhuru Kenyatta because the Retirement Benefit Act for retired president specifically says after 6 months after you have handed over the office, you are not supposed to be engaged in active politics. He's supposed even to relinquish his position as Jubilee Party leader because it contravenes the Retirement Benefits Act of the retired president. And Parliament, if it's serious, Parliament can stop the benefit for the president because he's still actively engaged in politics. What you are saying, Ruto will convince his community to back us, but he will not be involved in active politics.
That is the same thing as...
It's not the same thing.
That is the same thing as Uhuru Kenyatta trying to convince...
Uhuru is still the chairman of Jubilee, the party leader of Jubilee. By that time, Ruto will not be the party leader over.
So even if he quits being the party leader...
If you quit being the party leader, you are not actively involved in politics. If you attend a church service, you make remarks, you are just within the confines of the Constitution. Freedom of speech, freedom of association.
Right.
But if you still hold a party office, you're contravening the Retirement Benefit Act for retired presidents. 6 months after handing over the office, you're supposed to...
You know, politics is very fluid, Mheshimiwa Savula. Yes. Politics, again, is very fluid. And come 2032, something will change. And you'll say that President is retired, something will come up, and you'll say President William Ruto. I'm saying this because you've been shifting political positions, you know, from UDA, you move to ODM, to ANC, to DAP.
I'm very consistent in politics. In 2013, I won the Lugari Member of Parliament seat on UDF ticket.
Yes.
In 2017, I joined ANC. I became National Deputy Party Leader to Musalia, and I retained the seat on ANC ticket. I shift to the ground. In 2022, I formed a coalition with Baraza as a Deputy Party Leader of DAP.
Yes.
And he was in ODM. So we shared the government. The government of Kakamega is a coalition government. It's not like any other county in this country. That is the only first county where we have a coalition government. I was elected on DAP, he was elected on ODM. So I don't shift political goalposts every time. I go with what is on the ground. I was attracted to UDA because of the development programs Ruto has initiated in Kakamega County. And I can read for you some of the projects.
Go ahead.
Let me just open my database for the projects. I have a database of projects that...
okay.
Yes,
because as you talk about that, because I asked the question about your position with from the DAPK, you moved to UDA, and now somebody would say that would that be a policy of ideological shift, or is just but a matter of political survival tactic?
It's not political survival. If it's political survival, I would have gone to opposition, where you win by the wave. You are not subjected to accountability. You just go and say, Mimi Nisifuna, then people clap for you. But now, me, I'm a principal fella. I joined UDA because of the following. And in Mulembe constituency, we are completing Kakamega County Referral Hospital at a cost of 500 million. In Likuyani constituency, we have put an industrial park at a cost of 481 million. And those are joint national and county government projects. In Mulembe, again, we have done affordable houses. We gave land. The construction was done by national government at a cost of 472 million. In Lugari constituency, there is a French school, Chevayo, dormitories that are being done at 155 million. In Butere constituency, we have construction of Lunza ESP market at a cost of 64 million. We have construction of Panpepa market in Lugari at 53 million. In Navaholo, we have construction of ESP market in Moregu at 147 million. In Navakholo also we have Sisoche market at 113 million. In Ikolomani we have Shisele at 113 million. In Malava we have construction of Haunga market at 113 million. In Lugari we have construction of Chekalini at 113 million. In Butere we have construction of Butere at 128 million market. In Huisero we have Huisero at 55 million. In Lurambi we have upgrading to bitumen standard, that road I've talked about, at 2 billion. In Lugari Turbo we have upgrading to bitumen standard, that Turbo secondary road I've just talked about, yes, at a cost of 3.6 billion. We have Kongoni market at 73 million. We have grading of Mumias town to Musanda at 628 million, and this one is almost complete.
Yes,
almost complete. We have Navakholo Musikoma Road at a cost of 2 billion. We have upgrade of Malava, upgrade of to between Malava Samiti Road at a cost of 1.6 billion. We have the database Lugari Majengo Road is 414 million.
Seems this is it's a long list. It's a long list.
I have done research, I have the details, and I've been attracted to UDA because of performance of Ruto on the ground.
Let's take a break. When you come back, I want to talk still more. You said that mutajaza kikapu liwe liwalo.
Yes, tutajaza. Hiyo kura ya Raila ilikuwa inaenda wapi? Hiyo ndio itajaza. He's not there.
Politicians, just politicians.
No, I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman. I do politics as a hobby.
Stay with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We are having this discussion with Deputy Governor of Kakamega County, that is Mheshimiwa Ayub Savula, who says that he is quite consistent in political journey. Mheshimiwa, let's just come back and talk about the call for unity. And if you look at that, the Mulembe factor, how is Mulembe factor going to be a big issue come 2027? Because you are talking about Baba's votes. Meuliza walikuwa naenda wapi?
We used to vote for Baba. And now we'll go to Ruto. Yeah. And we're not just talking about the Luya community alone. We have the supports in Mount Elgon, and we have the Tessos who occupy 2 constituencies.
Yes.
In Busia County. So we are consolidating the Western Kenya region for Ruto, because Baba is not there, and Baba left us in government. Yeah. So where will you go? How would you leave government? You're going to opposition. Unless you are a madman. You go to an election to form a government.
Who is a kingpin?
Huh?
Who is a kingpin?
We don't have a kingpin now. We have national leaders and we have county leaders. National leaders is Wetangula, Musalia, and Oparanya. Then we have county leaders who are governors, May, and the coordinators for the president in that region. We don't have a kingpin. Yeah. And we don't have politics of kingpin. If it happens that 2032 we need a candidate, we'll subject whoever wants to be president from the Luo community to a joint nomination.
Yes.
Then we get one candidate to run for presidency. Because if you say you select Wetangula, the Musalia people will get annoyed. If you say you select Musalia, the Oparanya people will get annoyed. So we'll subject everyone to nomination, and I'll also be involved in that nomination. So we have one presidential candidate from the Luo community. Yeah.
It has never been that easy.
It has never been that easy. The only man who managed to consolidate all the community behind him was Michael Kijana Malo, when he was running as a running mate to Mwai Kibaki. And he managed to floor everybody in that region, including Musalia, who was the vice president at that time. He floored him. Musalia was beaten by a branch manager of a bank, a Karanga, for member of parliament position. And he was a vice president at that moment. Yeah.
What is your relationship with Mheshimiwa Wamalwa, Eugene?
Eugene has been my party boss, and we relate well. I met him last week. We were in a Findol in Navakholo.
Yes.
And I challenged him. Tell us your end game. If you want to be a presidential candidate, announce, declare now. So we can start analyzing you against William Ruto, who is stronger than the other. And I told him, as things stand now, William Ruto is stronger than all of you. Even if you come united opposition, he will beat you clean. If Ruto managed to beat Uhuru, when Uhuru was a president, he has the military, he has the police, he has central bank, all the money. He was a sitting president. Raila had people. Raila was a millionaire of people. And the Moi family. Ruto, within one stroke of the vote, 2022, he sent home 3 dynasties. Kibaki, the Raila dynasty, home. Kenyatta dynasty, home. The Moi dynasty, home. A boy from the bush, sending 3 dynasty home forever. What are these other jokers? Rigiji. Total joke. My mono. It's a total joker. Tribal kingpin. Wetango, Kalonzo Musyoka. Total joker. Wamalwa. Where is he heading to? Where is he heading to?
You know this, that elections in Kenya, being a presidential candidate or being a president of this country is not a matter of ballot box. It's a matter of boardroom affair.
It's not about boardroom affair. It's how you manage to marshal the support from the grassroots. Ruto is the only president in this country who has stepped in all the wards in this country, all the wards. In Kakamega, has stepped in all the 60 wards during his campaign period. Kalonzo does not know where Cholera ward is. Rigiji does not know where Kisa West is.
Yes.
As we speak today, and is a presidential candidate. Martha Karua does not know where Mautuma ward is as we speak now. If you tell Martha Karua, go and look for Mautuma ward. Ruto has stepped in all those wards. The political intelligence of William Ruto is so high. If Museveni can win an election with over 70%, always. A new lady in the political arena in national politics. She has been elected in Tanga, in Zanzibar. She became a deputy president. Then she became a president.
Yeah.
She has never appeared on a national ballot box here in Tanzania. And she won election with 97%. What are you telling me about Ruto? Boy.
Okay.
You don't know who you're dealing with.
Okay.
The boy is rude politically. At the campaign time, you see the true colors of William Ruto.
I'm quite interested.
I pity those guys who say one term, they don't know him. But this is a man,
which is okay.
This is a man who joined politics in 1997. When Kalonzo Musyoka was a minister. This is a man who left university 1993. When Kalonzo Musyoka was a minister. He joined politics in 1997. And from 1997, Eldoret North he won first time. He went back, Eldoret North he won second time.
Lost any election.
He went back to Eldoret North, he won the third time. He became a minister for agriculture. The fourth time he became deputy president. Fifth time deputy president, and sixth time president. Tell me a politician who was that career of winning streak like that in Kenya. No one. Okay. So Ruto will be competing against himself. The election will be Ruto versus William.
Perhaps that is the reason why I'm asking you the question of you shifting alliances.
Yes.
From one political party to the next, which is quite synonymous with the politicians in this country.
Me, I'm not a politician. I'm your colleague. I'm a journalist. I read science. I've read for you the data in Western, how things will go.
You left us, Mheshimiwa. You left us in the newsroom.
No. Once a journalist, you're still a journalist. I'm still a journalist. I understand politics clearly.
Yes.
I cannot go to Western and start saying, Ati, mimi ndio Sifuna. So what is the end game? Will Sifuna be on the ballot? I'm just asking you, which political party?
I don't know.
We are remaining with 1 year, 2 months to the election. For you to be a solid presidential candidate, you must have prepared.
And you know that being in politics is like
5 years before. Yeah, right. You're going to a war.
You don't have to show your opponent your next move.
No.
Otherwise, they'll crush you.
No. Which military does he have? Political military. You look at Western Kenya, we have Musalia, Oparanya, Wetangula, Savula, Lusaka, the entire team and all governors from that region for William Ruto.
What do you want as a person? What do you want as a person?
No, I don't disclose my next political step.
And you
until December, December 2026.
Very good.
I declare when election. I'm still the deputy governor of Kakamega. I cannot be looking for another office when I'm still.
I hear you, sir. But here you want Sifuna to declare. You want Eugene to declare. The rest of the united opposition to declare their positions. But
because that's a national position. That's a national. You need to be everywhere.
All of them are elected
Kakamega County is a small thing. It's just a small thing. 60 constituencies, 12 constituencies. I can move in 12 constituencies in a day. When you have a chopper, you can do 12 events in a day. Kenya is not Kakamega County. Kenya is not Nairobi County. Nairobi County you can move in a day. It's a very small county, Nairobi. It's only that it's densely populated. Kenya is not. Who knows Sifuna in Northeastern? Apart from the TV.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
There is this discontent with the old guard and the new emergence of the new faces. The likes of Sifuna talking about the Tawi movement that you're so much opposed about.
Tawi movement died.
You were so much opposed to that.
Yes, we killed it. Because after the Malava by-election, Tawi movement was strong during the Malava by-election. Natembeya had made inroads in the Luya community. But we consolidated our effort behind our candidate, Ndakwa, and we won on UDA ticket.
Yes.
The subsequent by-election, that's the civic one, where Ndakwa was an MCA, we went back and won on UDA ticket. So once we won the two serious position in Malava constituency, we automatically killed Tawi. And have you ever heard Natembeya talk about Tawi since Malava by-election? Just tell me an incident where Natembeya said Tawi after Malava by-election. He went silent. He got a political shock. He was admitted in Trans Nzoia Referral Hospital, political hospital there.
Political hospital.
Yes.
What's happening in the Western region is quite interesting, because when you listen to what C.S. Oparanya said the other day, people would interpret that he wants to come back to the political arena. He's not comfortable with the national executive position.
He has not told me he wants to join politics. There's a time when it was rumored that he was going for Senate position.
In Kakamega?
In Kakamega.
Right.
So I asked him as my friend, are you going for Senate? No, I have not announced. I have not announced anything. But generally, Oparanya is a politician. He has been an MP for two terms, then he has been a governor for 2 terms, and he's been deputy party leader of ODM. So generally speaking, his blood is in politics. He's not in the executive. Because he's used to politics, not being in the executive.
Okay, from what I'm also reading from other analysts and pundits is that he would want to come from the national government, come back to the regional politics, you're talking about the county, and also to influence the Sifuna penetration and the Sifuna effect in Western Kenya.
I have not heard of him talking about the Sifuna politics. Oparanya is a man who has been always in government. He was a minister during Kibaki era, that was government. Then he became a governor, and that is a government for 2 terms. Then he was put in the cabinet of Uhuru and Ruto by Raila. So he'll be going against the Raila spirits if he quits the position which Raila gave him in government to go and play opposition politics. Because Raila's politics have been that he goes to the ballot, he loses, he joins the government through the window. So he'll be going against the political will of Raila.
Right.
Raila had a handshake with Moi. Raila had a handshake with Kibaki. Raila had a handshake with Uhuru. Raila has had a handshake with Ruto.
Yes.
So the Raila's politics revolved around joining the government through the window. So Oparanya should not leave the government through the window also. He should remain where Raila left him. That is my advice to him.
Are you the one who looked for the president, or the president looked for you to push for the Western Bloc drive?
Okay, that's a very good question. I was called by the president PA to go and assist them in Malava by-election. I told him, I'm not interested. I was called by Natembe and his team that being deputy party leader of DAP, kindly join us. We are having a rally this weekend. I kept quiet. I was called by Eugene Wamalwa, who organized even for me a rally to support Seth Panyako under DAP. I kept quiet. I was called by Atoli. I went to his house in Kajiado. While I was seated in his house, in Atoli's house, at around 8:15, the president called me himself. He told me, Savula, nataka unisaidie Malava. Those are the words he used. And I told him, since you're the president, wacha nikusaidie Malava.
This is after you moved from DAP?
No, I was still
to
in
UDA.
DAP. I had not moved. I moved after we succeeded in the by-election. And I agreed. And I went to Malava, and I did what I did, and we won the seat. And I looked at the data, statistics, what the UDA government has done in Kakamega. And now I made a resolution, personal resolution,
yes,
that now let me join fully UDA.
Why do you think the president called you in particular, and yet you're not in UDA then?
They had done the analysis that they will need me because I've been a member of parliament in the neighboring constituency, Lugari.
Yes.
And the population of Lugari, we have majority who are Kabras. And Malava is full of Kabras. And my politics is that I was introduced to politics by the late Peter Soita Shitanda. I was the MP Malava. I was very close to him. So I have very close touch with the people of Malava, the Kabras. That's why I was roped in. Yeah.
So that made you...
And every weekend I pass Malava. I pass Malava before I go to Lugari.
So that's what that made you to denounce your party?
I have a very close relation with the people of Malava. Yeah.
So that's made you to denounce your party, DAPK, to UDA?
I have never denounced my party.
You shifted?
I shifted.
So which party do you belong to, DAPK or UDA, as a deputy governor now?
I belong to now UDA. I've shifted allegiance to UDA.
To UDA?
Yeah.
And that's what you're going to use to vie for the next general election, UDA?
I'll run on UDA.
As a governor?
I've not decided. I will announce. I'm still in the office. I'm still the deputy. I cannot announce now I'm running for a particular seat, and county seat is just an easy seat to get. So why should I announce now and I'm still in the office? I should serve the people of Kakamega first. Yeah.
So will you quit after announcing your position? Because that will be conflicting your boss to campaign against him, because he also wants to run for a second term.
He wants to run for a second term. Huh? The thing is, I will announce my intentions at the end of this year. And the scenario from that time will dictate how I'm going to operate. But for now, let me serve the people of Kakamega as a deputy governor. Okay.
Kindly clarify further, the uproar that you made last month, that was a week or so ago, you talked with Mheshimiwa Charles Gemose, that liwe liwalo mtajaza kikapu, and loosely somebody will say that you will rig the elections in black and white. Would you clarify that on a national television, what you meant?
Do you have that clip?
We have it, but you're not ready.
If you have that clip, we can play it. I'm a seasoned journalist, and I cannot talk about those kind of things. Gemose, as a lawyer, he stood and said, nyinyi watu, we are addressing our delegates, UDA delegates. Mufanye ukarabati mpaka tujaze kika. My entry point was, if Samia Suluhu can win by 97%, and she's not politically experienced, like William Samoei Ruto, who has won 6 elections, if Museveni has been winning always, what will happen in Kenya? Ruto will just walk over these opposition guys. They don't have the political stamina to match William Ruto. I'm telling you the truth. Even if you shout here one time on the street, you're wasting your time.
So that's why Mheshimiwa Gemose said that wafanye ukarabati. What is ukarabati in this case?
Gemose said he has been elected 3 times as a member of parliament, and it's not easy to win, so they do ukarabati.
Don't you think that is a very heavy word for Kenyans to swallow at this point, ukarabati ikifanywa, because Kenyans will go, you know this, democratically and openly vote. But ukifanya ukarabati, that word ukarabati would mean so many things. When election time is here.
You see, as journalists, you are judging. Do you know what ukarabati you're saying? Because these are delegates drawn from all the polling stations, polling centers in Lugari constituency.
Yes.
Their work is to mobilize people to go and vote, to mobilize people to have a positive attitudes towards Ruto. Maybe that is the ukarabati you're talking about. Because it's not easy to rig an election.
Okay.
Because the election, you vote in the ballot. You don't go marking papers. You must first of all be a registered voter, be in the IBC data. The verification is done before you're given a ballot paper. So how will you rig?
Okay. Allow me to ask you this question now. You say that you support President William Ruto's re-election, which is okay. But we rarely see you working with him, drumming up support for him nationally.
I've said we have zoned this country. Joho and the team are in charge of coast.
Yes.
Duale and his team are in charge of Northeastern. Gladys Wanga and Oburu are in charge of ODM zones all over the country. Me and Lusaka is the coordinator, Western Kenya for Ruto 2 to town. You'll not see me in Nairobi.
Is it because he's outgoing?
You'll not see me in Nyanza. You just see me in Western. I'm the deputy coordinator for Ruto 2-term campaign team in Western Kenya. You'll see me in Busia. You'll see me in Trans Nzoia. You'll see me in Vihiga. You'll see me in Kakamega. And you'll see me in Bungoma.
Yes.
You'll never see me in Kitui. I'm looking for votes for Ruto in Western Kenya. And that is my assignment with Honorable Lusaka. And we have coordinators, Mary Emase, Busia, Kakai Bisau, Trans Nzoia, Beatrice Adagala, Vihiga, Freddy Kana, Kakamega, and Honorable Dan Wanyama, Bungoma. So we coordinate our activities within the region. We're not going outside the region.
Let me come
Then we have, they have assigned Musalia, Wetangula and Oparanya now to play at the national platform.
The National League.
National League. So we are at the regional league, Oparanya, Wetangula and Musalia at the national league. Yeah.
Okay.
But once in a while, they can join us in the regional campaign team.
Let's come back home slightly. How is Kakamega so far? The development projects?
Many. Many.
Give us the update of the biggest hospital in Kakamega. It's been stalled for years.
The level 6 hospital, the one I've been talking about. The national government has put in 500 million. We have also put in another 500 million. In the next 6-8 months, it will be done, up and running. And that is the first level 6 hospital in Western Kenya. Buhungu Stadium, we are clearing phase 2. Before the international games that are coming up in 2027, we'll be hosting them in Kakamega. I've spoken about, we've done so many ECDs as county government. So many ECDs. We have done virtually 532 projects against Oparanya's 324. The stall projects, Shasala Market, is done. It's going on. Shamahubu Hospital, that are stalled. All projects that are stalled, we are completing. Malava Dairy, we are looking for an investor now because it's ready. Just looking for an investor to start the dairy. In Lugari, we've put up a Lugari maize mill. It's up and running. So projects are in every ward. Because ours is to carry out projects ward-based. So we've many.
Okay. So if elections were to be won today, be called today, how do you think you'd perform if you are to run or if you are to declare?
You see, I cannot analyze myself because I'm not a candidate.
Self-assessment.
I'm not a candidate. You know, you can only declare when you're a candidate. As per now, I'm not a candidate. So you cannot compare an apple and an orange. I'm not a candidate.
That's a very smart way of answering that question.
And until you are a candidate in the field, that's why I'm talking about Eugene Wamala.
Yes.
And Savuna. How do we rate you? Do we rate you as a political activist or a presidential candidate? Declare, tell us. Because president is not an easy thing. It's not a county seat. It's not an MP seat. It's a serious affair.
Okay. Are you friends?
So I cannot retreat myself.
Are you friends with Sifuna?
Yeah, we are friends. We talk. He's my friend.
What do you think about him?
He should go slow. He'll be wasted politically. You remember in 2013 when Sifuna stood for nomination, ODM nomination in Kandui, he lost nomination. He was out politically. He came back to his law firm. In 2017, when he stood for senators, Nairobi, he lost to Sakaja. He went back to his law firm until when Raila raised Sifuna's hand in 2022 is when he made it as a senator for Nairobi. He's playing comparative politics to attract the Gen Z. But the vote of a Gen Z, you cannot depend on it. You don't know whether you'll vote, you'll not vote, you'll vote for who, where you'll be that time. Sifuna should not play comparative politics. Play the route of politics. You grow slowly in politics.
Okay.
You just jump from a senator to the national politics. As we speak now, I have a pension. I served for 10 years as a member of parliament. Every month I have a pension. I still have a young family. Sifuna has a young family. He will not get a pension when he leaves the Senate seat and runs for president and fails. He'll be in for a big shit and no one will employ you. Me at my age, 46 years, will employ me after politics. I just must be in politics. Or rather I do my business. My advice to Sifuna: read the mood of the country.
Read the mood of the country.
The Gen Z will shout one term, but Ruto will win.
That is your camera, Mheshimiwa. Tumalizie.
As you've said, Gimose spoke about issues regarding rigging of the general election, but that was misunderstanding by the media. We are just hyping up and preparing our delegates to go and mobilize more people to vote for President Ruto in the 2027 general election, because that was a delegate meeting for the delegates of UDA in Lugari sub-county, Lugari constituency actually, because the constituency has 2 sub-counties. We are not actually mobilizing the delegates to go and rig the election. No one has a capacity to rig a general election. The general election is guarded by the police, is conducted by IEBC, and the instrument that defines how the election will be carried out. So we will follow the law in regard to general election, and we are appealing to Kenyans to be calm. Forget about the issue of 1 term, 2 term. Let's remain united. Election will come and go. But for sure, I'm a son of a pastor, for sure, 100%, William Ruto will win.
Son of a pastor indeed. Mheshimiwa, thank you. Asante sana. 9 months later, promise me that you'll be back again.
Yes, I'll be back again.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
all right, I think we've covered quite enough. Let's take a break. That was a discussion with Honorable Ayub Savula. He's the Deputy Governor of Kakamega County. And he says that go slow. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.